and Ayla. I have this cool unicorn purse that I bought just for $13. Oh, say hi, Bear. Wonder Bear. Hello. He's my big friend. Okay, and I also got this cute bathing suit. So, how do I look, friends?
I'm Erin Slivka. That's my husband.
Yeah, my name's Tim Slivka. Erin and I have been married now for 11 years.
Yeah.
And
Almost 12.
Almost 12, yep. And back in 2015, we had our daughter, Ayla. Yeah, we met in college, and I chased after Erin relentlessly for, I don't know, several weeks while we were in a business law class together. I'd ask her to get coffee after class, and she would turn me down until one day she finally said yes.
Finally, I said yes.
Finally, she called me up after class and said, hey, let's go get that coffee. And I said, okay, well, I'm going to need 15 minutes or so because I need to run downstairs and take care of something. And where I ran was to the registrar's office so that I could unenroll from the class that I had after that, which was going to be a marketing class. And she's like, what took you so long? I said, I had to drop that class if I was going to be able to do this with you every day after business law. And she was like, oh, you think this is happening a second time? I said, well, yeah. So persistent and a little bit confident.
Yes, and that is Ayla's personality as well.
To a T.
Her and Tim are. She is super bright, very intelligent, silly, fun, energetic. She wants to be a scientist when she grows up. She wants to study space. That's what she wants to do. And she's wanted to do that since she was 3 years old. And still today at 6.5, you ask her what she wants to do. She wants to be a scientist. So it's pretty cool.
She's also incredibly competitive.
She's very competitive. Gets that from him. And she's just so kind. You know, she just has like a heart of gold and you know, always thinking about other people and wanting to help other people, help her little brother and now her little sister who's 3 months. So she's an amazing, amazing little human.
Mm-hmm. Couldn't have said it better.
Yeah. And it is basically a tumor that is found on the brainstem, and it is basically wrapped around the brainstem, which makes it virtually impossible to do surgery on the way that it kind of wraps around. And she was diagnosed with, they call it, shorten it to DIPG. She was diagnosed with DIPG on July 6th of 2021. So about 7 months ago from today.
Yep. We had just been on a family vacation. We actually had just moved into this house 3 weeks before all of that started. And then we left and we went on a vacation. And we noticed that she was starting to show some signs of like mobility issues. She was tripping when we were out with friends, and that was not like her. Mm-hmm. And we were taking a long car ride home, and you could just see it on her face that she was sort of like off into space.
Spacey.
And something didn't feel right. And Erin's, maternal instinct kicked in as soon as we got back to the house. She had already had a doctor's appointment scheduled to take her in at 2:00 in the afternoon, and this is now 11:00 in the morning. And Erin said, I'm not waiting until 2. I'm taking her to the emergency room right this very second. And, thankfully you did. The mobility issues have really been the biggest thing that we've seen. And it's the saddest thing to really watch because you watch her, she was active. She played soccer. She loves to color and draw and paint and things like that. And she was a lefty. And when this happened, where she was having most of the mobility issues was on her left side. So her left arm at this point is virtually paralyzed, so she can't do any of the things she used to do. You can watch her kind of move her hand with her right hand when she needs to use it, or even just to wash her hand, she picks her hand up with her right hand and puts it underneath the sink.
Yeah.
And then just walking to and from anywhere, she needs some assistance. And going up and down this house we have has a lot of stairs. So watching her try to maneuver just around the house every day is really a challenge because she can't go up them without any help.
I mean, unfortunately, I can see declines in her overnight. You know, when she wakes up the next day, I can see a little bit her symptoms, clinical symptoms worsening a little bit more and more. It's daily. We don't have
weeks,
you
let
know,
alone months.
let alone months.
Hardly have days.
I mean, right now there's no specifically, which is what we can really only speak to is DIPG. There's no standard treatment protocol. It's radiation and that's it. And that's only effective for so long.
We were diagnosed on the 6th. We had our first treatment of radiation on the 7th of July. And in this situation, we did the radiation. We did an experimental clinical trial drug. And just this week, Ayla's situation has progressed where her tumor is now bigger in size and we have to take her off of the experimental drug that she's been on. And with no reasonable option as the next step, you know, we have to consider what clinical trials are out there. And at this given time, there are no clinical trials that are open to put her into. So you need to find a drug. You need to find something that might be out there. And right now, with no trial, there's no access.
Yeah.
Without going through the bureaucratic red tape to get to something. When you have a diagnosis that has a prognosis of, 8 to 12 months, you don't have time to wait. You have to make decisions, and you have to make those decisions really quickly. That's the bottom line. It's terrible to watch, as every day is, like Erin said a moment ago, every day is worse than the day before.
Yeah.
And we don't have the time to wait on that, compassionate use approval to take place. And it'd just be nice if there was a streamlined pathway that would, lead to getting access to the drugs that you need to just try to give yourself some more hope. If that was faster, it would mean a lot to parents like us.
You know, it's a terrible thing to watch your child go through. And if there was a solution or a treatment, tomorrow we would do it. We would try anything.
We stand to miss out on birthdays and, her wedding, everything that you going to school, graduations.
These are life-threatening diseases that affect the patient and affect the families. And they deserve every option that's possible.
Okay, fashion style. See you later.